Hello everyone, my name is Danny and I am a fellow of many interests. Some of these interests that we're going to be talking about today include fashion, music, and art, and kind of how they all overlap for me a bit. I've been interested in fashion since I was a kid. I would draw outfits a lot. I dress up my younger siblings and pretend to make clothes. I declared at one point that I wanted to be a fashion designer. I want to be a lot of things though, to be clear. But something I struggled with, I guess, as a kid is what fashion I liked. I did not understand as a child the concept of containing multitudes because I really liked glitter. I loved opulent, flamboyant fashion or girly stuff, I guess. Which I didn't really like that label when I was a kid. So I struggled with that despite liking those things. But I also really wanted to be a tomboy. And even today still, I do have variety in my wardrobe. I have a lot of things that might be considered more traditionally feminine. I have a lot more mask looks, and I'm a very seasonal guy. Not in the trend way, but in the summer I'm going to wear a tank top and big shorts and no makeup, and I think you get the vibe. During the winter I'm definitely wearing more layers. I guess during the summer I do like to wear long skirts too because that is nice. But regardless, today what we're going to do is take a trip down memory lane. We are going to look at fashion that I was interested in when I was younger, and we're going to see how bad my taste was, and see what's changed. And my method for this is Pinterest. You see, I got onto Pinterest, and it's kind of I was 15, guys. I was literally on my mom's phone on her Pinterest, just Eventually, I don't know if I made my own account and just would use her phone, or if it was when I got my tablet, whenever. Either way, I have 10 years of pins saved on my Pinterest of various Pinterest boards. And on my fashion one from back then, and I still update it, but I have 1,000 pins on there at least. And so we're gonna go back to the start of that, and we're gonna take a look and see what the damage is. But a few things to note. I love My Chemical Romance. I love My Chemical Romance. I loved My Chemical Romance, and I still do. I liked a lot of adjacent bands to them back then, Fall Out Boy, Panic at the Disco. I don't really care about them much nowadays for various reasons. There's various and other bands besides just those two, but various scandalous reasons, and just me kind of not really caring about that type of music much anymore. So that's one thing to know. Back then they were everything to me. Another thing to know, I'm sure most people can understand the struggles. Well, I'm sure most queer people can understand the struggle of being a closeted youth. By the time I was 17, I knew I had something gender going on. I started identifying as gender fluid back then. It took me a while to figure that all out, but it was definitely there. Some of my ambitions though, fashion ambitions at the time though, were to fit in. A lot of my fashion choices were pretty pleased when I was a kid up until an adult, and it was quite a while into adulthood before I felt really comfortable wearing the type of stuff that I like to wear, and that will definitely be reflected on here. Also, I am not exaggerating when I say that some of this stuff is 10 years old. I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm turning 28 this year. So if I made this Pinterest when I was 16, we're getting definitely over 10 years old. So definitely keep that in mind. That being said, as we go through, I'll give some background about stuff, if there's anything kind of interesting or any deeper lore about it. And I will let you know if it is things I would wear still. A lot of it's probably not going to be, at least at the beginning. Okay, guys. Sorry, technical issues. Let's see. What the heck? Alright, I'm in. Okay, except it's gonna take me a million years to scroll all the way back. But I'm in! Where is it? I have 962 pins saved. And yeah, I've had this since I was a wee Danny. Please scroll to the bottom, please. Oh my god, okay, we're getting close. Okay, we're there. Okay. So the first few things are pretty rough. But yeah, keep in mind, I was like 16. I was 16 in like 2013. So this is like prime time for like classic 2010s abhorrent fashion. And I don't know, I thought it was cool to like Starbucks. It was a dark time. The other thing that stands out in these early ones I've saved is there's so many skinny jeans. And I used to wear skinny jeans like exclusively. I had a vendetta kind of against like bootcut jeans. And he like flared at the bottom pants. They are not my friend. If you are a short person, you know that they are not your friend. You have to, I mean, if you're under 5'5" and you're wearing that, I'm proud of you, but like not I. But yeah, I used to wear skinny jeans a lot. I was just really happy that I was wearing what other people were wearing. This, ooh, no! I love that. I had to go back, no! I had to scroll all the way back again. You don't need to see this. Okay, we're back. Okay. I used to wear skinny jeans a lot, but I don't really wear those no more. For certain types of pants, I think it's acceptable, but in general, I don't really wear them anymore. But I used to like them just because it was a lot easier for me because I'm quite small, and I don't know why, it just worked better for me for a while, I guess. I don't know. I hate trying on pants, and they were stretchy and easy. I do still need to get over that. It is kind of devastating. But yeah, despite all the skinny jeans, there are some things that are like fine, but it would definitely take some modifications. And oh my gosh, the like hips. Oh my gosh, the like hipster stuff. Does Gen Z know what hipsters are? Does Gen Alpha know? Is this stuff gonna be cool again? Oh my god. Oh, is hipster stuff gonna be cool again? Oh my gosh, I've got that. Oh my gosh, I've got that Christian Girl Autumn fit saved on the board. Classic. Another thing I should note, another early online influence for me actually is Tumblr. Thank God, honestly, like imagine if I started out on like Reddit or like Twitter, like yuck. Tumblr influence for sure. Also, I do kind of like this MCR jacket or MCR like Black Parade inspired jacket. I would wear something like that. I kind of have a jacket sort of. So yeah, that one's all good. Oh my god, the like collage of like outfits, like band inspired or like album inspired outfits, which I think is a cool concept. Don't get me wrong, like fashion and art inspired by music is like awesome, goth, like slay. But whatever this was, it's not like they're like the worst outfits. I would never wear something like this. Like actually, like the white pants. If you wear white pants, you're brave. And not even for like a gross reason. It's just like, how do you just not get dirty like at all? Like no like spilling, like food, drink, nothing. Like I guess if you have a stain remover, but jeez. All right, so shortly after this phase of like the band outfits, this is where you can see the Tumblr coming through, the pastel goth. So yeah, thank you Tumblr. This is also like a weird thing for me because for like so much of my life when I was like younger, I was really in denial over liking like pink and like purple. especially pink, like as a kid. So I guess pastel goth for me is a bit of a way to like bridge my two like worlds. You know, it kind of came in. It's like, oh, you can still be like, cool and goth and like pink and stuff. And not that I like care about that much now, but like when you're like 17, you know, and that stuff matters to you, you know. And I still don't like wearing light colors very often. Like this shirt I'm wearing under is gray, and it's like one of the few like not like black things I have. I don't know. I feel like black can just hold up easier. You get a stain on there, get some bleach, you just Sharpie that bad boy and you're good to go. This is where the Tumblrification kind of starts going crazy. No galaxy print though. I will give myself props for that. This is kind of funny because I genuinely don't know why some of this stuff would ever appeal to me. Like what is this? Like it's fine, but I'm like I don't know why I like why did I like that? I don't have any idea if I'm being honest. And there's definitely some stuff in here that I saved like more than once, which is like why? Like I don't get it. Something like this, these I would wear this with like minimal modification. I would not wear that hat. I would not wear those sandals. And I don't know, the glasses are fine. I have like really circular sunglasses too, but this I think is starting to get a little bit, you know, we're getting away from that weird like band like outfits and getting into more stuff that I think makes a little more sense. And you can definitely see my obsession with like the moon starting to come out here. But yeah, so a lot of skinny jeans. It's starting to become more, it's a lot more like black. Because I really do kind of exclusively wear like black. I definitely have like some gray and like some purples and pinks, but overwhelmingly black. Oh my gosh. There's a lot of boots I have saved like early on. I'm just like, why? Like, what did I like about those? But this one makes sense. That I understand. I still think that one's cool. Yeah, like what are some of these shoes? I don't understand. Okay, we're starting to get into a lot more of like acceptable territory overall. But I don't know why I had like, and I know it's not just me. It was definitely a very 2010s thing. Like the skull pattern, like everything. And again, I love like spooky little things like that. But yeah, skulls, studs, and spikes were like really popular, but like not necessarily in a way I like now. Like it feels very dated to me looking back now. But yeah, I was definitely getting into like goth like fashion, like, but like in a weird way. And there's that kind of like pastel goth, and I'm not sure what this all would be like considered. Maybe like the new goth type of thing, which is cool in like some regards. But yeah, I don't love all these boots that I saved. I don't really like all these skinny jean things. Oh my gosh, here. Okay, it did not take that long, but this is kind of the first like real getting more like mask with it. And I would definitely still wear that. I don't like love suspenders. I guess I've only ever had like one pair and it was like fine, but I would wear that fit with pretty minimal modifications if I'm being honest. I've got some of the nice like corset pants. Sorry, save it twice. We got them corset pants. We got some more skulls, some more spikes, and some hair stuff I saved. I've had short hair since I was like 17. So that's the other thing. Like, there's all these cool haircuts I just never did. We got some cool like chain things going on. Another formative influence for fashion that I should mention. If any of you are familiar with the anime Nana, you'll definitely see some of that influence shining through around here, I think. The fashion in that show, like, I mean, that everything about like that series, like please come back, please, please. Oh God. Okay, so I don't know if Pinterest has a way to like see when you like the dates that you save things. But this point, like once we start getting to like these things, I'm assuming we're in like 2019 or so. Like we're definitely getting close to like the pandemic. Also, I literally like I only was the exact same, but I had like a sweater like this. But I think I gave it to like my sister or something. I don't have it anymore. But yeah, in here now we are definitely getting into like the late 2010s. The moon obsession is just, she's there. She's established at this point. We're definitely seeing some more like mask looks, like, kind of simple, kind of clean. But that's something I like about like that. How I like style those things definitely can be just a little more easy, I guess. See, and yeah, when you get to like the jewelry and stuff, like the chains, like that was something in like Nana that really, it was like all the like the jewelry, it's so good. The like piercings, like all that was so good. And we're definitely getting a little more like grungy with it here, and more saving things multiple times for some reason. The boots are getting a little better. I still don't love these, but these are definitely more something I find acceptable now. Also, again, I don't love skinny jeans, but when they're like the pants like that, like I'm cool with it, like a certain vibe. I think skinny jeans, fine, but not like an everyday thing, at least like for me. I don't know. All right, and we start seeing more jewelry, more like dual tone, split tone stuff. And I think we are starting to get into like the pandemic times almost. Like, let me see. It's so hard to tell because like the timeline of things, like it was before the pandemic, I think, that I started getting into. No, it was definitely before the pandemic that I started getting to like goth music for real. Like, I mean the post punk stuff, The Cure, Susan the Banshee, obvious stuff, but like deathcore stuff, dark wave, or not deathcore. Oh my gosh, death rock stuff, post punk, dark wave, things like that. So I was definitely getting into it all, like kind of deeply, like the music, the fashion, the art. It was like, mwah, like I was having a great time with that. I definitely wasn't just, well, I love that fashion regardless. Me being depressed, it was just like, a happy coincidence, I guess. It worked out. Definitely starting to see less skinny jeans. We're getting to more baggy pants. Woo! Yeah. You've got to break free from the skinny jeans. It's your year. Break free. Alright, yeah, now we're definitely getting into the 2020s a bit more. We got the big old baggy pants. We got some more of that more like intense like lockdown DIY, or at least that's what I was like looking for, like inspiration for things I could make. I was very into safety pins. Was very into doing whatever I could. I actually had a great time during lockdown. Sorry, I kind of liked not having to work and just getting to stay home and craft all day by myself. Big fan of that. If I'm being honest. Ooh, yeah. See, I think this is where it starts to get real good. I feel like I started to really curate a look. I don't love all these boots. Not a fan of all these boots. Not a huge fan of like the studded like shorts and stuff anymore. But sometimes I save things because I like one element of it, and it's not like necessarily the whole thing. But I'm definitely here. I'm starting to think a lot more about jewelry and like accessories, which is fun. All right, so now I think we're kind of getting. I don't think any of this stuff is that crazy for me at this point. Like, I think we're about at the point where it's like, yeah, I'd wear like any of this stuff. I got some hair in there, got some makeup. I do actually have boards for hair and makeup, like separately. So if that's ever something we could go through, that would be fun. Also, yeah, definitely in the 2020s now. We got the mask fashion. But yeah, it's so interesting because even here, there's still some like cute, like, I like this cute little cardigan, like that's so cute. It's not like that most mask or anything either, but there's definitely like a blend of the two. And that's definitely something like that for me is like a big thing. Like I really do love blending like elements of fashion in like so many ways, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I think we're at the point now where I'm just like, yeah, slay. Like go off. It's great. But yeah, actually no like notes now. Like honestly, this is all kind of it. You feel I think we definitely I think I like screen recorded going through up until like really recent. And I might put like some of that on here just while I talk about other things. But yeah, it is like an ambition of mine to make clothes or like upcycle clothes. You know, there's some things I'm working on right now, like physical craft items, but there's also like some like content I'm working on that's kind of, I guess, related. Like, again, for me, music, fashion, art are all very like, you know, they're all very interconnected for me, you know, and I think goth music is a good example that people can kind of understand that, you know, there's the music element, there's the fashion element, artistic element. I love like all of them. The videos I have planned for this channel, the next few coming up are music and like fashion related. So I thought it'd be fun to kind of go back and look at, you know, how I got to the point I'm at now with it. And here, let's do a quick little, I found this sweater at a thrift store a few weeks ago, and I've been looking for a little while for a new like comfy like hoodie to wear every day. Because I bought one several years ago at this point, and it's so like threadbare. It's so like worn down, and like the like cuffs are like everything's kind of falling apart. So I'm like, I need a new hoodie that I could still like leave my house in. So I found this bad boy. But yeah, I do, you know, I'm biased, but I do like my like sense of fashion like for myself. And so far today we've just looked at that, like the fashion I've saved for myself over the years. But, you know, I feel like I have a very specific look that I'm going for personally. That being said, I have several boards of like fashion I've compiled that are just different like types of looks, different aesthetics for like different people. Like I've made Pinterest boards for like my girlfriend, like her fashion. You know, if you're a friend of mine or if you're like one of my younger siblings, like I probably made you a fashion board / I would love to make you one. And I have ones for like different aesthetics too. Cause again, like I don't really wear like, I guess it's kind of been a little tainted now, but like cottagecore used to just be cute, like frilly, like whimsical fashion. Like that's what I liked about it. So I have a board for like that. I have a board for, yeah, different like friends of mine, different like aesthetics. Like again, I've mentioned now a few times my obsession with the moon. So I have a whole board that's just like that I've labeled like celestial core, like very celestial inspired, like lots of star and moon motifs and just lots of like embellishments that remind me of like the night sky and stuff. But honestly, I could make a fashion Pinterest board about like, well, not anything, because I'm not interested in just anything. But I could make a lot of different fashion boards for different like subgenres. Wait, because I don't want to do like, I'm not trying to do like trends. Like trend cycles are way too fast. Like I've been holding my like look, like my fit, like my vibe for like 10 years. Like I'm not just like following micro trends or something. There's definitely like some elements that like I like, I guess, of some micro trends. Like I feel like in some ways it makes it easier to find things, whether that's new or just like in a thrift store, because I personally do buy most of my stuff secondhand. Like I think the only thing, like my outfit I'm wearing right now, like I think the only things I bought new were like my socks and underwear. Yeah, undergarments, shoes, things like that new. I didn't write a conclusion for this video, but thank you all for reviewing my fashion Pinterest board with me. I don't think there's anything too atrocious on there, considering, you know, being like a 16-year-old in 2013, or, you know, 14, whatever. But yeah, I am so curious to know what y'all were wearing back then. You know, I don't know, maybe some of you were like 5 years old, which is so crazy to think about. Tell me your favorite trend from the 2010s, fashion, or your most hated trend. I'd love to hear any of your opinions. But yeah, but the next couple of videos I have planned for right now, I'm still working on them. They're a bit longer, but I'm going to be making a video talking about one of my favorite bands, Paris. They are having their 10th anniversary of their first album this year, so I feel like it's just perfect timing to kind of go look back on them too. And I do think it's interesting because I do think a lot of my fashion obviously has been influenced by music somewhat, right? And I think Paris definitely influenced me a lot, especially in like the gothic elements of it, like the black. And I'm glad, you know, it was nice because I do like that stuff. So they definitely helped me find that, which I appreciate. So I'm going to be talking about Paris. I also have a video about, well, it's kind of about socks, but it's not entirely about socks. It'll make sense eventually. You'll get it. You'll get it. But yeah, if you guys have any topics you'd be interested in seeing me go into, or anything else you'd like to see from me, just leave a comment. You can follow my Instagram to see more of like my day-to-day like art things I'm posting, more like short-term projects or the process of projects. But yeah, if you want to see my other videos that I got planned in the future, give me a follow, leave a comment for any suggestions, any feedback is much appreciated. And yeah, I guess until then, I'll see you later. Bye now.